So everyone knows how we got here, right? Right, you saw? Most of the time, this guy is going to be like reaching up and grabbing, trying to grab my shirt or whatever, and he's going to try to bridge and throw me off like this, like that. That's very common. Now there is a thing that you see in competition when the guy's grabbing my shirt and all this, and I'll just boom. Now I'm going to break his arm, but I don't want to break his arm because I'm going to be in big trouble if I break his arm. It's a much better thing to do. As the guy's grabbing here, I come up and I push the arm across and lay on it. Yeah, that's good. Now be very, very careful when you push the arm that you don't hyperextend each other's arm, because you can really hurt the guy's tendons, and I don't want to see anyone get hurt and can't. So as the guy's grabbing, I just push the arm here and I lie down on the arm. Now I reach underneath and I grab the wrist and I step up in this foot and I start to use my chest and start to work the guy over here. Now I could stay here and hold the guy for the police to come. I could punch the guy.
Or no, then he doesn't want to wait for the police.
You can sit there and just like jack the guy, boom, boom, boom. Or I could also continue to turn the guy over and then drive the guy forward. And then you see how his arms are crossed underneath him, which is really uncomfortable?
Yes, very.
So be aware that your partner can't tap. Now you're in a perfect position to lift the head and then apply the choke.
Yeah. The arms
all right?
terrible.
Be aware that he can't tap though. So let's go step by step on the process. All right, you're gonna actually I'll demo somebody else. So you got the bad guy on the ground. He starts to reach up and try to grab you, and I'm just going to push the arm to the side. So I don't want to stay here. Or if he's grabbing my chest, some guys are like real strong, I bend your arms a little bit. Yep. And then I just start to push. You see, if I use my weight, lift me up, a strong guy can throw you right off. I've literally been thrown off, dudes. You know, a guy, like some of the guys that in your weight room, they just throw you off. So, as he starts to push, I bring my body up. What's he pushing? Nothing. Nothing. So as he starts to push, I push his arm across, and now I lay down on it, which traps it, which really sucks for him. Now I lift his head, and I feed the wrist to my hand. Now I can't roll him over with his leg in the ground, can I? So I step up, and I use my body. I could just muscle him over, but I'm going to use my body and pull the arm. And this is really uncomfortable. I could just stay here. I could. This would be for arrest. This would be a good position to start putting on the cuffs. Once you get the guy here, it's pretty easy then, just to bring his arm up and around. Most guys would be very compliant at this point. A couple slaps, but I want to continue to push him over on his stomach at this point. So I'm going to gather my weight back now and grab this elbow and use my chest, and I'm going to drive the guy forward. And I'm going to keep going and pull until I'm pretty confident. And this is very uncomfortable.
It's pretty comfortable.
If anyone has a shoulder injury or whatever, just be easy. And then from here, I'm going to lift his head. I'm going to slide so that the V of my arm is even with the chin. I don't want to be too high. I want to get my weight back. Other elbow on the floor, hand at the shoulder, this hand behind the head. And then I just slowly whisper goodnight and choke. And I want the person at the bottom to say tap when you start to feel dizzy, okay? Make sure that you make the guy say tap so that you know you're applying the choke properly. And then critique each other too. Say, it was hurting my throat, I didn't feel tight, you know, helping each other out. Questions?